at any point. I think right now it's just fun to not be a track athlete every now and then for like 24 hours a day. So we use the videos to kind of, you know, release the pressure of having to be, you know, the Olympic athletes in Eugene, because Eugene is Tracktown USA, and I love being a track athlete here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But sometimes, you know, it's always track all the time. And so what these videos do is they help kind of bring down the buzz, and you know, we kind of switch characters, and you know, I'm not myself, I'm somebody else, or I'm an old man with a cane, or I'm a guy wearing a fake mustache. It's just a lot of fun.
So you didn't race. What were you doing out of Penn?
I was flown all the way out there, and I got to hang out with a lot of cool high school kids, and I got to kind of create a little buzz around the trials, and we talk about my diet and my eating and how I'm hanging out and training and how things are going and injuries, and kind of give an update to Pennsylvania a little bit. And you know, I snuck in some few funny, goofy times down on the track, but you know, you gotta make the best with the worst sometimes.
Can you talk a little bit about how important it is for you to get out, you know, the funny guy? Because we always see you, you know, you're running, you're serious, you're in the singlet and all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
How important is it for you to bring that other side out?
I think it's real important. Honestly, in any sport, you always see the real serious interviews. You see the guy who stares at the camera and is always real stern, and I'm a tough guy, and being an athlete is all I am and all I ever will be. And you know, that's not me at all. And Russ and I have kind of agreed that, you know, we're track athletes when the time is to be track athleets. But you know, we're human beings too, and like on the other side of it, we're goofy characters. And so we talked back and forth these funny, crazy ideas, and I think it was time to kind of show the world, you know, we can be track athletes and run fast and have fun doing it too, and that's kind of the message we put out there.
How are you just feeling, you know, after all that happened last year and all that stuff? How are you feeling right now going into this, you know, opening of the Twilight and all that? How are you feeling going?
I'm feeling great. Like I'm so excited to get out on Hayward and to be running in front of the fans, because to me there's nothing more disappointing than stepping on the track and getting, you know, fans and the city excited to see you race, and then stepping off halfway through the race and kind of just getting that kind of puzzled look from friends and family and fans and not really understanding why. And so to come out and finally open up and test myself and see where I'm at, and with the excitement I'm feeling, it's going to be such a great release to finally be out and racing.
How about being out here tonight, you know, being able to talk to seeing them like this when you're not, you know, running and sweating?
Yeah.
How nice is it to be out at something like this?
It's awesome. Like in Eugene, to be a track athlete, like I said, there's no better place than in Eugene, Oregon, and it's rightfully titled Tracktown USA. And when I come out here and talk to all the fans, it's not like talking to track fans, not here at least. It's like talking to close friends, and you really develop a relationship, and you kind of get to know people. And so it's interesting when you see the freshmen and other duck athletes really going up for the first time. You kind of see him really nervous. You saw Trevor adjusting the mic a few times, and he was just kind of really like shaky. But you know, and I remember being like that. And so I've gotten to the point where I've seen all these faces so many times, and I recognize everyone. I'm horrible with names, but I recognize all the faces, and I love talking to them, and I love connecting with everybody and really, you know, developing a relationship.
And how cool is it for you that the trials, you know, are here in your backyard, a place that you've been, you know,
6 blocks down from my house? Yeah, it's incredible. It's honestly incredible. You know, it gets real nerve-wracking when you think about it. Before I paced at the Oregon Relays, I was getting real nervous. I was, you know, it's in Eugene, 2008, had this huge buzz, like I have to live up to something. But when I stepped on that track, and even though they announced me as a pace setter, I could feel the excitement that people were there to support me just to be on the track. And like, I don't feel like if I feel like if I run, you know, a 1:55 800 or a 1:45 800 and come first or last, like I feel like I've kind of created a family here, and that, you know, I've got the support regardless of the result.
How amazing is that for you, coming from, you know, where you've been to here and just kind of adapting to all that?
It was tough at first, because last year, you know, it was my first pro year. I would step on the track, and I fully expected, like, I would have to hit PRs every time, that I'd have to show people that just because I'm not in an Oregon singlet or a U of O singlet, that I have to be like the showstopper, the best in the meet, the winner every time. But you know, I've come to realize it's not about winning every time. And although I'm competitively driven to do that. Even if I don't, I've still got the support from everyone around here, all the locals.
Do you have a favorite Hayward memory? I mean, is it 08? Is it 11? Is it somewhere in between?
I mean, it's tough. My favorite memory on Hayward, it's been changed. Like year after year, something new happens that really kind of changes it. And 08 has and always will be probably one of the most incredible moments of my entire life, because expectations then were zero, and to have that happen just blew my mind. Ever since then, expectations have been different, have changed. But so I'd say right now, one of my favorite moments is probably the 1500 from NCA's, sweeping with Centrowitz, Acosta, myself, because it's great when you win and you can kind of soak in the moment by yourself. But if you have two friends to soak in the moment together, it's just, it means so much more.
Do you have to hit a mark still, an A standard, Andy? Or?
No, I've got the A standard. I got it taken care of. At least in the 15, I think the 800, I might be just off, but I've got the A standard in the 15, so that's taken care of. Thank you very much. Cool, yeah, no problem.